Hi everybody, welcome to Cheeky Chap Gaming, keeping it simple. I just wanted to show you this quick game. It's something that I've been playing for quite a few months now, and it's a free-to-play game. You can pay and buy gold if you wish to, so that you can enhance your experience in this game, but I don't advocate that. We're currently in the settings window, which I'm showing you here. When you first start this game, you'll end up in this position with this particular rod that I've got in my hand here. I'm just going to go to the profile, which is where you look at everything. So the profile tells you that this is the starter rod. It's in good condition, and you can see various icons on here, which I'm going to put a link in the website below on the video, and you can go to the website and it tells you like what all these are here and where to spend points, because each time this bar goes to 100%, it'll put a number 1 in there. Then you can spend one of them attribute points inside here. You get a maximum of 25 that you can spend over these 5 icons here, and I'm not going to go through what these do individually because it'll take too long, but you can go on the website and it'll give you information on each one of these and what benefits you get. If you look at the back, you'll see it just highlighted through there then, but you can't see it because of the way the game's set up here. But it does tell you what these are. And then underneath here you've got some other icons like trophies. These tell you the trophies that you caught, and you can put them by price, quantity, points or weight. So it's pretty easy to read. You can press the back arrow there and that takes you back to the menu you're in. This tells you what your achievements are. You can see that you've been rewarded. When you look over there, it tells you what you've gained. And it also, you can see all the rewards that you can get by scrolling up and down, the ones you haven't got yet, and what reward they'll pay. This tells you your fish count. So this is your last 50 fish that you've caught. So you can see at the moment, like I caught a perch there. I can see down in the left-hand corner here, someone says, Mr. Triangle says, where can I catch big perch? Well, you can catch big perch on the Volga, where I'm fishing at the moment. I'm sure I caught a very big perch the other day. Let me just have a look. Oh, I've got my top 49, it's top 50 there. But, was it 50? Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure that I caught a massive perch the other day. Yeah, it's gone off. It's below the 48 mark there. I'm sure it's just below. I caught a 2.5 kilogram perch, I think. It was huge. Anyway, I mean, this just gives you a bit of an indication. Your chat logs, that you can see everything in case it goes off your screen and you're not sure. You want to see what someone's written. You can just follow that down there, obviously. Scroll it up and down. The most important thing is your profile. So this tells you what level you are, tells you how much energy you've got. Your energy is also reflected up there, but you can see my current use is showing I've got 518 energy. This here tells you try your luck. So if you click on that, you can spend it. You can spend one of them and it'll give you a roll of 3 things. It's free, it doesn't cost you any money. You get these from logging into the game every day. I don't spend these, I sell them, but that's for you to work out whether you wish to do that or not. So whipping back to the profile again quick. These are tickets, these are fishing permits. So you'll see that I've maxed my fishing permits out up here. So if you wish to use a fishing permit, if you go to your profile and go to map, I got a bite while I was just in the water edge there, wasn't doing anything. Look at that, I caught a fish while I wasn't fishing. That's bizarre, isn't it? Let me just go back there quickly. So you can change your map by going on the map icon. Let's just go back and show you where that is. So along here you've got all these icons. That's your shop. So you can buy and sell fishing rods, or you can't sell fishing rods. You can buy rods, you can buy bait there. I'll go into these in more depth in a minute. There's the market you can buy from other players. You can exchange things in this market. You can buy a base for a set amount of money. And there's a fame store. I haven't used any of these at all apart from that one there. And then you've got the map, which has got a drop-down box, and you can see all the possible locations you can fish at the moment. The only restriction you've got are these little locks that you'll see on some of them. Some of them are opened up already, but you have to complete things to do that. Complete tasks. So if I click on this lock here, it tells you that you need to catch common carp, 15. You can see I've caught 1,030. You need to catch chub, 25, I've caught 91. That's indicated by the fish icon by the next of it. This star icon indicates that you need to catch a what they call, gosh, a trophy fish. That's the word I was looking for. You need to catch a trophy fish. So you can see here, I've caught 6.7. I don't know where the 0.7's come from, trophy fish. And you can see that underneath that, I've caught 5.5 of 6 asp. So I need one more asp to be a trophy fish. So you can go and see what your biggest trophies you've caught. So for example, say you caught a 2.5 kilo asp, and the next one you catch is 2.65 kilos, then that'll be a trophy fish to you. So then that would ID that that's now been unlocked for you. That'll say 6 of 6. I've caught 8 tench of 5 required. Again, these icons are all indicating what you need to do, and you can see I've achieved all that on here. The only thing I haven't achieved is an asp, and you can catch that by spinning. That's how you catch asps. Once that's completed, it will open up and be circled like that, so you can travel to it for free anytime you wish. So you can see here, I've got a long way to go on this one. I need to catch 5 European eels. That's all I actually need on here. I don't need anything else. I've caught everything else. But you need certain bait to catch these European eels, and I haven't got that. To find out what bait you need, you can use the website that I'm going to link in this video, and that'll show you. This one here says that you need to catch 20 kilos, and you can see I've caught 885.28 kilos. That's the weight icon there. So that's trophy fish, weight, or catch X amount of species. That explains how that works for you. And if you want to change to a different water, so you just click on that, and then you would click on that icon, and it would transfer you to that water. I'm not leaving Volga at the moment. I'm going to stay put here because I want to show the video, stuff on the video. If you get any, so you'll get daily information. Like you can see I've got 616 gold there. I have not purchased a single gold out of this game. You can go to their website and you can buy gold if you wish. I don't advocate that. This is a free-to-play game. You can gain all this stuff here in the game. If you want to do that and you choose to go and buy gold, you click on that gold icon there, and it will take you to their gold, and you can spend, as you can see, US currency. This game is made by a Russian company. Now, this isn't a political video in any means at all, but I don't advocate spending money to anybody from a company in Russia while the Ukraine war is on. That's end of my conversation on that. I mean, I don't. This is a gaming video, and this isn't telling you what you should or shouldn't do. But I personally, I'm not going to invest any gold in this game as long as the war is on in the Ukraine. So that's the end of that conversation on that. But you can see that you can do it. So if you chose, for example, if you wanted to go and buy a said fishing rod, like if you go to the shop and the fishing rods, you can see here. If I click on them, you can see the cost value here. Now this cost value is what you'll get every day when you're catching fish. When you sell a fish, this will give you your coinage. And then you can exchange coins for gold if you wish. So if you wanted to buy a single gold, it would cost you 2,318. So let's exchange that. So do you want to exchange that for one? Yes, I do. In fact, no, I don't, because that I'm going to spend 1 gold. I'm going to do it anyway. What the hell? So I get 2,000. Right, let's just click it. So 1 gold at a rate of 2,318. Right, so you can see now I've spent 1 gold coin, and that has just given me an achievement. I've just got that small amount of coinage. It wasn't worth that for the gold, in my opinion, because if you've got to pay $2 for a gold, then that's just been a waste of coin. But I've just done it as a demonstration. You then get an email telling you, when you click on your email, it says you have received level 1 achievement money exchanger. Well, I'm not gonna do that again. It was just purely to show you guys how to do that. Again, I don't advocate spending gold on anything in this game, but that's your decision to do so. So going back to the shop, there are fishing rods in here that you can buy for gold. So you can see this particular, anything that's got a TF next to it. So you can see that's a cost of 299 gold. I currently have 615, and I could purchase that rod if I wanted to. It'll allow me. It doesn't irrelevant what level you are, but you won't be able to use it if it says it's a certain level. It'll say you can buy it, but you can't use it. So you can see each one of these have got different attributes on them I've got another bite. Look, I'm not even fishing. I keep catching fish. That's crazy. So I'm actually getting paid while I'm showing you guys a video. I love it. So as you start off in the game, you start off with the lowest rod, which is the current rod that I'm using. I'll just go back to my profile and show you the rod. So you can see I'm using a TF 500. So we'll go back to the shop and look at the rods again, and you can see that the next one up from that is the 1000, and that'll cost you 1500 silver coins, which is what you get from catching fish all the time. Each time you catch a fish, you get on the left hand side of the fish, which I'll show you in a minute when I catch another fish. You get a cost value, and then you get an energy value. So you can sell it for the cost by clicking on the cost, or you can sell it for the energy by clicking on the energy, and then that'll bring your energy back up, or it'll give you coinage, whichever you prefer. Each one of these rods, as you can see, this is a float rod. You can go on a spinning rod. I think I started with that one, but then I actually purchased this for 99 gold, and this is my current spinning rod, and it tells you all the information. So for 99 gold, which I gathered by just completing quests, and each rod has a benefit. This probability of breaking or losing blink is reduced at this rod. It should be with this rod. Obviously it's a Russian guy, so his English isn't fantastic, so you will see some errors in grammar around on here. If you want to buy it, you place a purchase, you cost that much, and it will put it in your inventory. And you can do that with each individual rod. If there's a rod grayed out like that, it's a level requirement, and you can see here that you need to be level 21 before you can purchase that. Again, I can purchase that when I'm level 21 for 399 gold. Not going to happen at the moment because I'm not that level, obviously. So each rod, that's a float rod, that's a spinning rod, that's a bottom feeding rod, if you like. A lot of Americans call it bottom feeding. We call it, in the UK, we call it swim feeder or fishing ledgering rod. And again, you can see you can purchase different variations at different costs, and it'll allow you different distances to fish with and catching weights, and it'll have some bonuses on it. This is a bonus to bait lifetime, so bonuses, so you'll get you can get bait from catching fish with this rod. That's what that's trying to say to you. Bonus to fish price, you get an extra 50% cost for the fish that you sell. Chance to get the bait +2 various baits. I'll go into baits in a minute. It's quite a deep thing, the baits. Again, you need to be level 17 to buy that, but you can buy these for gold. Again, these rods here, they're there to tempt you to spend your gold, but if you buy that, I would suggest that you grind away, and then when you get to level 17, use that gold to buy that particular rod, 899, and then you've got the best rod in the float, or in whatever rod it is. Like that's obviously a ledger rod or a bottom feeding rod, so you would spend 899 buying the best one of that, and then you can use your profile points on your actual rod to upgrade that rod to its best proficiency. That's how effectively how everything works. And it's the same for all them rods. I'm not going to go through the rest of the rods because you can do that yourself. But bait. So if you want to purchase some bait, you start off with no, I'm not going to purchase that. When you first start off here, your bait, when you click in here, let me just close it. So this is how you put bait on your fishing rod. So this is your rod here, whatever you want to use. If you want to use a small hook, you click on that, and then you can surface, medium or bottom, and by doing this you'll catch different fish with different bait. So if we use this bread here, you'll start off with 999. After a certain amount of time, you won't get that. Every time each day it will reset to 999 up until you reach a certain level, and then you'll start using your bread and you'll have to pay for it after a period of time. But each one of these baits has a different result. So you can click on here and it tells you what fish you're going to catch at that depth. So you can see here that's to buy the bait. So you can buy it for bottom feeding, for spinning, for float fishing. So let's go back to my fishing rod, because obviously I wanted to show you the fishing rod thing there then. So how you change your depth is you just click on the surface, the middle or the bottom, and then when you use a certain bait, so if we click on tadpole and we click on there, it tells you can catch all that species of fish in there using that particular bait. And that can change when you change depth in water. So each time you want to check, look at that, you can't catch nothing using that at surface fishing. At middle fishing, you can catch a smaller variation. So that's one way of closing down to try and catch and identify. If you wanted to catch a black carp, you've got a better chance using that bait in that depth of water. And that's the same with any bait. You'll see that certain baits. So let me find a rarer bait here that'll. So let's go on I've got one of them. I've got a mussel. So you can catch black carps. If you just wanted to catch black carp and identify them, because sometimes you'll take a quest. This is your quest icon up here. Let me just close that window. This is the quest icon. So you can see you can select a quest anytime in the day, once every day. So if you click on that and accept that, you have to catch 5 in weight total. You have to catch 5,000 kilograms, and then you'll get 5 gold after you've completed that. It can take you a day, an hour, or a week. It's up to you how you complete that quest. And then once you've completed it, each day this will upgrade. And once you've completed this quest here, then you'll get a new quest on this day, even though you've just completed it. Okay, that's another thing that you can do, which allows you to catch stuff. So all the various baits on here, you can't buy all these baits. You can acquire some of these baits by catching fish or by entering a competition. The competition at the top, you can see that there's a competition now to catch esox, which are, in English, they're pikes. So what I'm going to do quickly while I'm on this video, I'm going to just show you, because I have got a spinning rod. So I'm going to take my spinning rod. I'm going to use the one that I purchased for gold. You can see its condition. I can repair it by spending 250, but then it'll take an hour to repair. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to select this rod, and then I'm just going to nip round here, and I'm going to catch a pike as part of this competition. So in the night time, you can't catch a pike very easily. You can see I've got a quest in the top right hand corner, which is 169 kilo of 200 kilos, and I'll get 5 gold. So to cast, you hold down the left mouse button, and then you see that red float there. That indicates that I can cast it closer when it's white, and when it's red, that's the maximum distance I can catch. Left click, cast it out. And now I've let it drop, and I'm holding my left mouse button down now so that you can see me winding it in. Now, on the spinning rod, to strike, it's kind of weird compared to what it is on a normal float. Normally, you just right click or left click to do it. Left click, apologies. But on this one, I'm holding the mouse down, so you can't left click to click it to strike. So if I get a bite, I will have to strike left and right like this with my mouse quickly, and then it will put the hook in the fish's mouth. If we don't get a bite between now and the time we wind this in, you have to cast it out again. That's how spinning works for anybody who's not fished before. So this is really back in now. So if you look at underneath my reel at the bottom, you can see there's a compass, and it's showing you that you can use the A and the D key to change the direction. Now, where we're facing here, where I'm facing with my float there, this is the place where you catch perch and asp, right in that distance over there. So if you cast over there, providing it's the right time of day, and you'll be able to check on the website, which I'll link again in the video below, and that'll show you what fish. You can identify fish by using the search engine on it and selecting the type of fish you want to find. So if you want to catch an asp, type in asp, and it'll tell you what time of the day you can catch an asp, where you can catch it, and what bait you can use to catch it on. I know that I can catch asp on this because I've caught a lot of asp on this lure already. Because of the time of day, it's early morning, we should start getting bites in a minute. And you just have to keep winding in until the lure. Usually I keep it on that first mark there. We're right close in again now, so I'm just going to pull it out and then cast it again. You can't cast it until you fully get this float icon in your hand, and then you can cast it. You have to keep winding your reel in. So if you've made a bad cast, you can right click and it'll reel in for you, and you don't have to carry on. Right, here we go. So left and right to strike, and you can see now I've actually used my space bar to reduce it, because if I'd have left it, it would keep going up. If that gets to the top, the fish will snap your line. Now you'll see I'm double clicking now, and you can see the little grey bit, the little green bit is popping up and down on the menu there. And by left clicking, it reduces the pressure, but now the fish has got control, now I've got control. So if you double click your mouse all the time, it's reducing the strain of the fish. And if you keep your rod down like this, eventually if you keep doing this, your rod will automatically lift up, which means that you can pull that fish in. And there you go, I've now caught a fish. I've got a plus 60 because it's part of the quest. I can sell it for it's 9, so I can get 18 energy back now if I sell this. And you saw my energy reduced from 1050, but I'm not bothered about the energy because I can use an energy drink to up my energy. But I got 1.146 experience for catching that fish. I've also got 30 silver coins or 9 energy, but it's now 60 coins or 18 energy. I'm going to take the coin. So there you go, I've released the fish and I've now got that back in, and I've contributed. If you look at the top of the screen, we're now 108 of 100 against 124 that the other, and you can see that's going down quickly because everybody is now fishing, catching these pike. So we're going to carry on fishing this for a few minutes just to catch a few more pike, just so you can see, so that I can explain how they fight, because I want to see it pull one off and snap me so you understand what I'm doing. Look at that, it's gone from 108 to 86 so quick. Everybody now is fishing on here because you get bait bonuses as well for catching these particular fish. This quest will be over. At the top of the screen you can see a blue and a red. You will get allocated to one of them when you first join the game. Again, I'm now left clicking. I'm holding my space bar down. If I let my space bar go, look, the fish has control. So I'm literally bringing it in and I've caught it. You can see at the top now, congratulations, you've got bait. So because it's a competition, I've won one of these baits. Again, I'm going to let the fish go because I want the experience for it, the points, the money. So I'm now out of bait, so I need to purchase another spinner if I want to carry on. So let's go to spinning quickly. I'm going to purchase 2 of them, 1, 2 for 300, and that comes off your coin in the top right hand corner. Now we can carry on and cast and get back out there. Our team is winning at the moment, so you can see we're at foot 38 and they've got 99. And the little arrow pointing to the left into the blue box indicates that they won the last match, and you can see they're winning this match as well. Now I'm in the blue team. If it says red on the left, that means that you've joined the red team. You can't change that. It just gets allocated when you first start playing the game. So left and right to strike. You don't have to use your space bar unless it goes right to the top. This is a smaller fish. So I'm just winding it straight in. As you can see, it's only like half a kilo. I didn't get anything for that, but I have contributed towards the match. So that's we're down to 9 now, so there's 9 fish left. This is going to be over in a very short time. I probably won't catch another pike in time. Our team will have won, down to 4. If we catch one, if we hook one before the 4 goes, down to 1, that's it, it's over. Anyone else? Right, so we've won that competition. We have to wait another 29 minutes and another competition will come. So that's basically how that works in competition. So now you can see that I'm spinning with a spinning rod, and you've seen what I can do with a spinning rod. So last catch. So look, I need to quick press the space bar. I'm not holding my left mouse button. That fish is going to pull this away. If you follow where the fish is going, the chances are that you can reduce them to the 2 white bars each side. I'm not going to. It's going to snap off this. Bang. So that's how you lose a fish. And the only reason you're losing that fish is because your terminal tackle is not strong enough. And the way that you can identify, I'm just going to close this rod down, guys, because I want to go back to the basic rod that we're using. So the way that you can identify what your rod can do is it tells you here, this particular rod, sorry, you need to go to the rod section to do that. So if I go back to rods, it tells you here the test curve, it tells you the length of the rod in meters, it tells you the length of fishing line, so I can fish 100 meters. If a fish pulls the rod past 100 meters, the chances are you're going to snap off if you haven't got the strong enough line to hold it. The casting distance is 30 meters for this. As you level this rod up, the casting distance will get further and further by expending them points I explained before. The repair cost, it tells you how much it costs, and it tells you the duration time it will cost to repair that particular rod. So if we go back to my other rod, and I'll say I want to repair this rod, so I would go and select it. I need to just come out of here to do that. So I want to go back to my spinning rod there. So you can see I've clicked on an empty box, and now we can see, we can't see my rod. Where's it gone? I need to get my rod back on here, guys. 2 seconds while I select it. Right, there it is. So because I've used this rod, I want to repair it, because you need, the higher that is, the more chance you've got of landing stuff. Now this tells you everything about your fish by clicking on that information box there, so you can see carrying capacity, so the test is 3 kilograms. So if you catch a fish over 3 kilograms, the chances are a 4 kilogram fish is going to break this rod or the line on the rod. So that's a test curve. That's your casting distance. So the base rate of this is 18, but as you spend points in it, you can increase all these attributes on here. Number of fishing line, so that's 45. That's now extended to 47. The strength of this rod is 75. That never changes. The reel speed can increase, so it went from 1.3 to 1.43 because I spent some points in it. The friction clutch, which is again how you can control the fish, so that's your left mouse button, clicking it and using the space bar. Repair cost, and this explains everything down here, so you can see jerking. So if you jerk it, the benefit you're getting out by spending them points, and this is all explained on the website. So if you go on the website, it'll tell you when you spend money, so you can repair it. The repair costs you 62 because it's reduced. So if you want to repair it for gold, it costs you 2 gold, but it instantaneously repairs your rod, so you get the full benefit for it. But I never spend gold doing that. I've never done that ever. Quality of the lines increased to 105. So you can see basically this here gives you, the more you spend in these attributes here, because you can see I've spent 1 point in each of them and I've got a further point to spend. I'm not going to spend it now, but in fact I am going to spend it now. I'm going to spend it on my rod. So it tells you there, improve the test, carrying capacity and automation has an impact on the repair cost and energy consumption. So if I spend it on that, it says improve reel working and quality of fishing line, reduces energy consumption, increases the cost of repairs. So it reduces the tension on the line, but it costs more energy to use it the more you put on it, because you're having to wind harder. The line improves the line quality and essentially influences the process of angling. So for winding the fish in, so that's where I spend a lot of my points. Increases the cost of the rod, but the cost is irrelevant. You want to catch more fish, then that negates the cost. So reduces the time and cost of repairs, increases the strength of the rod, so your rod's going to be stronger. And this one's pretty self-explanatory. Increases fish price when selling, reduces the consumption of bait, and increases the chance of getting bonus from fish. You can spend all your 10 points in there if you want, but I'd rather have the ability to land more fish, and the chance of getting extra things like that is irrelevant to me because it's a long-term thing. But anyway, I'm now going to spend 277, so you can see it's going to cost me that amount of coin, which is what I've earned in the last 5 or 6 fish I caught, and it's going to take 1 hour and 16 minutes. Well, fine, let it do that. So I can no longer use that rod. I'm restricted from using it for that time. That's how that works. So while that's repairing, let me just get rid of that, get that again. So I'm just going to go through these at the top again quickly. So that means that's view a license. So when if you want to view a license, you can see where you can fish where there's a license. So when you pull the drop down, so if we look at Dundee, it says here you don't need a license to fish there, but we need a license to fish there. So when you go over there and fish, you will use a license when you start catching fish over there, and then your licenses will run out and you have to leave that water until you get some more licenses. It's simple as that. And depending on your level, that goes up. Like when you first start, I think it's 65 that. So it's pretty straightforward. This here is competition. So if you want to enter a competition, it tells you that there's a competition going to start. That's the results of previous. I haven't been on one, so you can't see any. The statistics tells you who, what and why. You can click on the statistics further if you want. If I want to join this, it says the tournament takes place in the location creek, and any fish with any fishing tackle, it should be fishing, it's any fish tackle, it means fishing tackle. Score is kept according to the rate. So the rating, the duration is 20 minutes. It's on the Volga, so we could fish here, but it's in creek. So, and it cost me 10 gold to enter that, and the winner will take that prize fund. And they also get 42 of these as well. I'm not fishing that, I don't want to do. Where's the creek? Let's have a look. So if we have a look on the Volga, you'll see where the creek is. Can I fish on the creek? 2 rivers, catfish. No, I can't fish on the creek, so I can't even enter that because I still haven't qualified to fish in the creek. I still need to catch another asp. And I haven't got enough. I mean, I have caught a lot of asp. Let's just have a look. Fish trophies. So look, if we see there, I've caught 18 asp, and the biggest asp that I've caught is 5.5 kilograms. So I have to catch a 5.6 kilogram so that I go higher than my previous fish to be able to complete the rest of that quest. So you can see that I've caught 129 of these fish. It tells you where I was, it tells you what I was fishing with and what I caught it on a yellow twister. And if you can see this on anybody's profile, so if you look on someone's profiles, if I go on here and click on this chap here, I can have a look and see what trophy fish he's caught. So I can see he's caught a gudgeon and I can see what he's caught it on. So that's another way of finding out what bait you need to use to catch. So he's caught it on bread. All that information tells you there what that person's caught that on. So depth 3, the TF, he's caught that on the basic rod. You can see what time he's caught it at, what the weight was of the fish, and that's so much information that you can get just from watching what one other person's got. So if you're competing with someone the same level as you can see that from there. But you can click on anybody. So if there's someone who's been playing for ages, let's look at this guy. He's level 6, so his trophy fish. So let's have a look and see if he's caught on it. He hasn't even caught an asp. So you can see there, I don't think he has. Let's put them in alphabetical order. I'm sure they are. Yeah, they're in alpha. He's not caught an asp, that guy, so you can't even see if he's caught one. But you can, I mean, you can see various people that are higher level. Let's have a look at this American guy here. See if he's probably quite low. Yeah, he is. Look. So you can put badges on and all that. That's the idea. If you want to make a complaint about that individual player, you can just complain by clicking on that. Send a complaint. Yeah, blah blah blah. If they've done something wrong or have been abusive. But yeah, so we want to check his trophies out. Has he caught an asp? He hasn't. He's caught a chub. Let's look at his best chub. There you go. He caught it on bloodworm and he caught it on Dunbar. So that's how all these things, everything, all the information that you want are all on your profile, and everything else is in this window here that you want. The number one, which is important, when you first set up the game, I would untick all these boxes because it allows you, because you've got restrictions when all these are on. It disables a hinge, you don't want that. It disables a helper, you don't want that. It disables a compass. Why would you want to disable a compass? You need the compass at the bottom because it tells you where you like. You'll see messages. Someone will say, I caught an asp, where did you catch it? And it'll say, I caught it at 345. If you look at the bottom, my compass is set at 345, so he's caught it over there at 30 metres. So you need to cast at 30 metres, and that's where you're going to catch asp or perch. Catch perch from here, about there. Again, about 25, 30 metres, you can catch perch. You can also catch perch over here with your starter rod at the very beginning. So you can catch perch right here, because you'll get a quest to catch perch. So obviously you can't cast over there, but when you get a bigger rod, you can cast right into them reeds there. The starter rod won't allow that. You'll just catch small fish here. Oh, I don't want to be using that bait, guys, because that's one of my rare baits. I need to put some bread back on. But that's how easy this game is. It's that easy. All you need to do to cast, let me just change bait quickly and put some bread back on. So let's go to medium hook and go to bread and put it on the bottom. So everything else up here, so the money is how much you can spend. So that's how you buy your bait. So if I wanted to buy some more bait, I would click on the profile at the bottom, go to the shop, click on the bait, and then depending what bait you want to, so if you wanted to buy that, it costs you 100 coins that you've got up there. Obviously, certain baits are restricted. If you want to buy that bait, you have to pay 2 gold to pay for it. I'm not interested in buying that. You can catch this bait when catching fish, so you don't have to spend gold, but you'll notice that all this bait here, you can all get it on using normal coins. Anything past that, you have to pay gold for that. So you would you'd be better off catching fish, getting some gold, and then using the gold if you want to, rather than buying gold. But if you buy gold, then if you want to buy, I don't know. So what was it for? So if you want to spend, so if you want to get 30 gold and you want to pay $1 for 30 gold, that'll give you 30 coins. Then you can go back and you can buy 10 of them if you want, or 10 of them times 25. So that's effectively how that works. It's as simple as that. Your energy, let me click on that quickly because this is really important. You can buy one of them for a gold. I'm not buying one, don't need to buy one. I've currently got 61 in there. As you can see, my energy is currently at 467. I'm going to spend one of these drinks that I've got. So to get that back up, I'm going to spend an energy drink. So there you go. I've now spent an energy drink. My energy is back to 1050. While you're playing the game, you can press the shift key if you're running out of energy while you're landing a fish, and you hold it down, then it'll use one of your drinks, and you get them drinks from catching fish and from getting points. That just about explains everything. Up the top left here, that clicks on your profile quickly, so you don't have to use the bottom right. You can see I've just got an email there, which says I've just got 5 of them, which is cool. Because I completed a task. That's because I bought that to gold. This tells you the top 50, or I think it's top 50 or top 100? I think it's top 100 actually. Yeah, the top 100 in the game. So if you want to see who number 1 is, you can click on it, and then you can see what profile or what their trophy fish are. So you can see, has this guy caught? This guy must have caught loads of bass because they're at the top of the table here. Let's have a look. Look how many fish this guy's caught. You can tell this is all this guy plays every day. Obviously, he plays this 24 hours a day. Got no life, this guy. Where's the asp? Let's have a look at an asp. There it is. So he has caught, his biggest asp today is ridiculous. So, wow. He's caught that on a TF 15Z. So he's got the top rod in the game. And his asp is 9.448. So that's the biggest asp that he's caught. I mean, mine was 5.5, so you can see how big they go up to. So that's basically... So you can see all these people. I think these are all Russians mainly. Looking at them, yeah, you can see most of them are Russians. You can tell by the writing. But there are some other people on here as well. But you can see if they're currently online, you can see they're online because it shows you when you click on their profile. A little green dot will come up, and it will show that they're online. So let's have a look at his. What level is that guy at the top? Let's have a quick look. So they're level 46. So you can see how many fishing tickets he's got to fish, or they have. They're currently fishing on that water there. So let's see if there's anyone fishing where we're fishing. Let's have a look. There isn't, I don't think, but Bright Lakes, Estuary. These guys have opened all these up. I haven't opened a lot of these waters up that they're fishing. So, yeah. Yeah, so these are all fishing waters. Right, there we go. This guy was there a minute ago. He's gone now because that quest is over. But he's still here, but I don't think he's logged in. What's he called? Can't see his name. He's not spoke on here, so can't actually see. Let's have a look at his profile. Yeah, he's logged off, because if he was logged on, you see a little green dot there would identify. So he's logged off already. So, but his last place was here. He was on the Volga. So that's how you can tell where that person's fished. So if you go to the profile again, they're offline. That's how you can tell if someone's online or not. So that's the profile. Up here, this little question mark in the top left hand corner, that shows you player assistance, or about the game. Use this, guys. It's really handy. What to start with, how to change your bait, how to change your depth. I've already shown you all that. How to cast. Where should I strike? How to angle. So during the fishing out, you need to monitor the indicator, which is the 2 white bars. You don't get the 2 white bars to start off with. You have to go in the settings to click it to do that. It comes to the upper zone. You need to release the left mouse button and ease the pressure on the rod. So if you keep your left mouse button down, or if you press the space button, it will reduce the pressure on that, but you'll use energy by doing it. So I'm not going to go through all these. You can see all these. They're very straightforward and simple. That's your main item down there, your tablet. That's where everything is going to be done. So that's where your baits are. That's where your trophies are. That's where your achievements are. That's where your email is. That's where you're outside the top 100 like I am. You're not going to see that. It's a shame that you can't see where you are. It'd be great if it showed every player in the game, because then you could see. That's your messages. That's games. So lucky fishing, you can spend your pearls on that. Fish soup, you can click on this. This is up here, and each time you catch a fish, you can see that person there has. Let's go into profile. I thought it would say how many they've earned that much money, I've put in 261 fish. So they've caught 261 fish without catching the same fish twice. Is some, you have to work at that very hard. I've only caught about 18 fish, but you do get prize money if you get in the top 100. So if you came 99th or 100, you get a couple of pearl and a bit of money, and you get recognition that day. And so those fish are what I've caught recently. And if I carry on catching different fish, it'll tell you up there how many fish you've caught. So let me do that. Let me start this off. So I'll click my starting now, and now we're going to catch some fish. I'm going to use a different rod for this, guys. I'm going to use my T100. So let's just select this and cast out there. So I'm currently using worm. Cast out there. You can see now that I've cast 19.5. You're going to catch perch around here, guys, if you're fishing on the bottom. Right, left strike. So left click to strike. If you want, now because I can use right click to wind it in automatically, and then when it gets close, right click again and stop it. So I've now caught a white bream. So that's worth 0.236. So I want to catch a different fish. If I catch a white bream again, then that'll be my cooking over. I don't want to catch a white fish again. You can stop this from happening by using different baits, by going to what, like I showed you previously. So if you go to that rod and you look on that rod, you left click on that rod to look at two rods when you've got two. And if I click on there, I can see what fish I can catch with that bait. So if I wanted to put a fly on there and brought it up to the top quickly, that's not, oh gosh, I need to change rods quick and strike. You have to click on the rod to strike. So let's wind this in and hope I don't catch a white bream. So I caught a freshwater bream. That's a different fish. That's cool. So you can catch different fish by putting different bait on, and that stops you catching the same fish twice, although I have caught bream on them before, so I don't want to catch another bream really. But there are various places where you can catch different fish. So I've just lost my starter rod. Let me put that back on. Select. So yeah, let's go back in here and just find a bait which is rare, which doesn't catch. Right, so if I click on that will only catch eels or slide or hides at the bottom. Oh God, change over quick, catch. Sometimes you miss a bite like that. Oh no, I've got it on. It's a very small fish. So right, that's a gropey. So that's another different fish. Let's cast over here so we can catch a different fish again. So each time that it goes up, that you catch a different fish, it goes up to a different number. I want to change the bait back on here and put bread on, because I don't want to be catching. Let's put that on and go to the surface. See, look, I can catch either three of them. Oh God, get back on there. I can't. I'm going to miss that because I'm not on there. I'm not going to catch that. It's gone. Let me get out of this. I want to get out of this second rod here and just turn that off. Otherwise, we're not going to see me doing what I'm doing here. So left click on the rod, that activates the rod that you want to use. So this is if I catch the same fish again, it will show in the top right hand corner in a minute. That fish number will go. So let's have a look. I've caught a freshwater bream. That means it's now closed. Look, so you get an email, tell me how many you've caught, so how much coin you got for catching them 4 fish. I basically don't want to do that. I would have done something very different. Then I would have used different baits, and I would have gone to different waters so I could accumulate more fish. But that's effectively how that works. So at least you can see how you catch the fish and put them in the fish pot, and then you get the experience and the coinage for it. Everything else about this game is straightforward and simple. Left to cast, left to strike and wind in, hold the button down. Your experience bar at the bottom fills up. You can see the little boxes. Once it gets to the end, you then get the next level. Your profile will tell you what level you are, so you can see I'm level 16. That's the experience I've gained from being at level 16. There's your energy. There's how many tickets. That's where I'm fishing, and I haven't fished any competitions because I'm not on the game very often. I come on for like whatever, 20 minutes and then knock it on the head. You can get medals for doing stuff. This tells you how my profile's gone up today because I've been fishing, and I've gone up because I've caught a certain amount of fish. And that's what this is here. It tells you what your profile is in the top 100. Well, I'm not in the top 100 because I've got nowhere near. See, this person here, they've gone back on the top again because look at that. I've got 444. They've got 1373.74. I'm miles away from them. I'm 50,000, 53,000 or something. I am. That just takes you back to your profile, and that's back to the information window that I was showing you before. So that, guys, is basically the game. This is the most important thing when you start this game. Make sure you untick all them and put the quality to what suits your computer. Single player messages and English. That's it basically. That's it in a nutshell. That's how easy this game is. And you can earn gold by just catching fish over a period of time. By selling stuff. You can also sell stuff on the market, which gets you gold if you want it. You can change waters again on your profile. Let's just nip to a different water before I leave. Let's go here, just so you can see something different. So here we are in a different water. So each of those waters have got areas to fish in where you can catch different fish, and it will tell you when you click on the map what fish you can catch there. So it says there. So I'm fishing on, was it here? I can't remember where I went. Oh, I've gone in here. So I can catch eel, crucians, tench, pike, greyfish on here. So if you want to catch a specific species to open up a, so look, we got oblique, whoopie-doo. So that's it, guys. That's what this game's all about. It's pretty straightforward, it's pretty simple, and it's a free game. Why wouldn't you play it? Simple as that. If you like fishing games, this is definitely the one to play. I have lots of fun on here myself. Hope this video was pretty straightforward for you, and it's given you some indication of what and how and why. By the way, if you want to type a message in window, you press return, and you just type in there. There we go, yo. And if that's another way of being able to see your profile while you're fishing quickly, you can left click on your own profile and see stuff while your fish is still out there. So if you want to see what fish you've caught or whatever, or what your last fish was that you caught, you can see all that here quickly while you're still fishing. Or if you've got points to spend, you can see it that you've got points to spend here. Right, guys, so if you've got any questions, stick them in below and I'll answer them. This is probably the best of the fishing games out there, which are free, which allow you to pretty much make gold very easily by just using certain things in the game, by manipulating it. And the website is a very useful tool to add alongside this, which will identify, because sometimes you'll get a question that say well, you're obviously going to catch that on the Nile, but it could have something like a golden eye. So where do I catch a golden eye? I know where you catch golden eye, but some people won't know, so you just go on the website and it'll show you that. So I hope this was helpful, guys. If there's anything that I seem to have missed off, I can't think of anything. I'm just trying to hang on there just in case I have. Oh, there's one more thing, yeah. So you can open these up, and these allow you to use two fishing rods at the same time. Let me close that, because you can spend points in that. So you can see I've got 14 of 25. Once you achieve these points in here, you can pay $899 to open that up. Not going to happen. I'm not paying that. Or you can achieve these achievements here. So complete achievement of the 4th level and above. So if I get that to 10 and that to 5, I can open that up for free. That's how I've opened the second one up here. And then you can select a different rod. So I'll use my bottom feeder rod here, so I'll select it, and then so you can have one rod there, and then I can cast this rod out there. And now I've got a bottom feeder rod, so if I want to carry on fishing with that rod, so I'm just going to cast that out there. So, and if I get a bite now on my bottom feeder rod, I just double click that and it abandons the other tackle, and I now will be striking on that rod. If I want to go back to the other one, I double click on that and it puts me back on that float rod now. So this is how you control the two rods that you've got. So you might be winding in with this one. This one here gives you a bit of time. You'll notice when I should have put it in earlier so I could have got a bite in it and shown you how that works, but I'm not going to stay around any longer and do that. It's pretty straightforward. Right, so I've got a bite on there. Let me see if I can land this, because this is probably a big fish and I won't be catching it on this rod. If you keep rod down and you keep winding in, eventually your rod will lift up and you can then pick it up like that. So I've caught that roach on that. So that's how you know that you're able to lift it out. But you can catch fish that are heavier than what your line will handle. And by holding the spacebar down, it stops the pressure going to the top, but it uses energy when it does that. But you can land fish without using that. If you double click the mouse, you'll be able to keep it, and as long as you keep the rod down, the pressure won't go up. So let's do it again. So I'm keeping my rod down, I'm double clicking my left mouse button, and this is a very small fish. As soon as it gets close enough, you can see my rod comes up. I just kept holding my left mouse button and it landed it itself. So that's effectively what you can do. The bigger the fish, the harder that is to do, and you have to manipulate your rod yourself to do it. And then you'll find that you have to let go of your left mouse button sometimes so the pressure comes down. Then or you can use a combination of the space bar and your left mouse button. If you let go of the space bar, the pressure will fire up. So if you hold the space bar down and let go of your left mouse button, or you can just double click like I'm doing here, and look, at my rod naturally started lifting up itself when it got close enough to hand the bait in. That's it, guys. That's how simple Trophy Fishing 2 is. So thanks very much for coming to my channel. Cheeky Chap Gaming, keeping it simple. I hope I kept that simple for you. Any questions, and the link for the website will be below. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching my video, guys.